Hello guys, hopefully I would be audible to you. So this is going to be my first stream, and I just created this Discord server in which you can join and we all can have conversation. So I will minimize this, then I'll go to my second workspace and open a fresh terminal window to explain what is the agenda and what is the aim of the channel and what are my personal goals which I want to achieve in 2026. Vim intro.txt. So why I am doing this streaming thing and why I'm going to continue it for whole year. And mind you that this stream is public and that's why you all are able to see it. My primary goal is to improve my English. Theoretical knowledge of English is sufficient. I have it sufficiently, but my communication is very weak. So one of the goals I want to achieve from my English is to improve English speaking. Second goal which I want to achieve through this live stream series is to become a cracked dev. I am already cracked, I think, because in first place I'm using Vim editor. Slowly and gradually I also learned Tmux, and then from there we are going to progress even further. So this year I want to become C++ developer with mid-tier skills. I think that is a reasonable goal. No one can truly master C++ because it is so huge and it is being used in a lot of different industries, particularly defense, embedded electronics, game development. So actually C++ is hard to master because everyone these days are going towards abstraction in everything. You need abstraction in everything. So for example, right now I'm on terminal. What is abstraction for terminal or terminal user interface? It is graphical user interface. You and most people do not see what's lying underneath that abstraction. So by removing one of the abstractions, which is graphical user interface, I'm using just XFCE4 graphical user interface. So by removing one layer of abstraction, you get more clarity. So that is one of my goals. That's why I want to learn C++ so that I understand systems better. My understanding of system becomes much more clearer. Along with C++, I also want to learn DevOps deeply. Right now, I just have basic understanding of DevOps. I know Kubernetes, I know Docker, I know Podman, I know Ansible, I know Terraform, I know Jenkins, but I only know very little. I mean, you can learn that amount of DevOps in 1 month or 2 months easily, but my Linux administration is very good. Uh, Still, I want to make it better. Progression is never ending, and there is always a scope of improvement, I believe. So, C++, learn DevOps deeply. Stream is going to happen every day. Um, there will be 2 streams in a day, one in morning and one in evening. Whole idea is to 8 hours a day, at least 8 hours a day. Morning stream will start from around 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then from 2 p.m. to, I don't know, it can continue for a lot of time. So to become a crack dev, what should we know? We should know C++. So I'm going to learn C++ from learncpp.com. I'm going to use Vim as my code editor and G++ as my compiler. G++ is one of the most popular compilers. Actually, some of my peers suggested me to use CodeBlocks IED because that is also available on Linux. Most of people who learn C++, they learn it on Microsoft Visual Studio. I don't have Windows, I'm a crack dev, so I'll be learning it on the terminal. And most of the things should be done from my terminal. Let me just check if my stream is working or not. Yes, it is working. If I want to get a feedback, I'll go to youtube.com. I am the Aashish. Want to get a feedback, I'll go to youtube.com. I am the Aashish. My typing speed is very good. To get a feedback, at least go to youtube.com. This terminal diary was also my channel. I mean, it still is, and I really wanted to utilize this channel. Listen Epitome was also my channel. I started a self-improvement channel, and that was one of the biggest mistakes I did. Listen Epitome. Mistake because
तो पिछले 2 महीने से
very bad voice. Todic. This was my channel when I was young. I even roasted BTS. Let it be, let it be. Live streaming is going on. Cool. In this stream, it will only be some introduction, and I'll be studying Git deeply by that Pro Git book. So, one of those people who have worked and contributed to Git project, I'll be reading book from those people. Okay, so now what? Shall I increase my volume, or is it fine? Let me check. The Aashish. Okay. Volume, or is it fine? 2 people are watching. Let me check. Who are they? Let me check. Yeah, that is fine. Voice is fine. The second person who is watching, can you write your name where I can see my viewers? Views are only 1. Concurrent views, chat rate is from 2. Views 111. Cool. I'm new to this streaming thing, and intentionally I have reduced my quality. My monitor supports 2K, but I have reduced quality because then my mini PC's CPU fan is going to roar like a lion, like a tiger. So, first I should define my goals. First, I should define my goals. What are my goals for January? January goals. Read, Progit. One second, let's research about learn CPP. So I have, I mean, learn CPP is so big, man, so big. Let me ask ChatGPT on. Uh, Sorry for showing you my string key. How much time does it take to complete this tutorial? 300 to 400 hours a day. So realistic timeline would be 4 months, 3 to 4 months. And I want to complete till control flow. So C++ from learncp.com complete till control flow statements. Third, read ProGit book and learn Git deeply. Second. I had to start with Jenkins, I believe so. So January goals are simple. Jenkins. Read. What was that book called, man? What was that book called? Books, DevOps, uh, learning continuous integration with read, learning continuous integration with Jenkins. I know Jenkins, I can work with Jenkins and make CI/CD pipelines, but to have a better understanding, you should always read the whole book. So that is going to be one of the goals. Yes. Exercise every day. And exercise can be broken down into two sessions. But the goal is 100 push-ups, squats, sit-ups, neck raises, and 1000 jumping jacks. Cool. Okay, so this is going to be my small goal. aws.pen file. cat. Cool. Cat intro.txt. So okay, nice. So in December, around at 1 month back, 8 December, with help of my friend Sheikh Aashish, who is no more, I purchased Eximius Labs premium subscription, and then it was only for $62 per month. Now it is $250. So I had a very good deal. Labs CTL. Now I can practice anything inside these persistent labs. But right now I don't need much. I'll go to CD, documents, learning git, TICT git clear. Zoom out a little bit because otherwise it will be chaotic. Okay. So let me tell you that uh, you would always hear background noises. I cannot afford a good mic, a good setup, and that is just for now. See, someone is revving their motorcycle. Oh, it's a scooty, it's a scooty. Downloads, ProGit. Have I deleted Foliot? Did I delete Foliot? Yes, Foliot has been deleted somehow. Street Seller has arrived. Install Foliot in Debian. So I also have to decrease my reliability on ChatGPT and read more and more documentation, but these are some basic tools which I'll need. Installing dependencies. Okay, so yesterday I was trying to install some games. Has been deleted somehow. Street Seller has arrived. Install Foliot in Debian. So I also have to okay, so stream is working. I can clearly hear everything. Let me minimize it and get back to Git branching. Let me bring a glass of water, a hot water. So I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Concurrent view 0. I don't want anyone to see my stream. Still, it is public. Hmm. So I brought hot water and bit of tea leaves in it. So now it's hot tea. Now let's go to Vim, not etc, cd documents, learning it. This size is fine, I think. I think this size is fine. Oh, now let's read Git branching. Nearly every VCS has some form of branching support. Branching means you can diverge from the main line of the development and continue to do work without messing with that main line. In many VCS tools, this is somewhat expensive process, often requiring you to create a new copy of your source code directory, which can take a long time for large projects. Some people refer to Git branching model as its killer feature. It is certainly sets it apart in the VCS community. Why is it so special? Incredibly lightweight, making branching operations nearly instantaneous. Switching back and forth between branches generally just as fast. Unlike many other VCS, Git encourages workflow that branch and merge often, even multiple times in a day. Understanding and mastering this feature gives you a powerful and unique tool which can entirely change the way you develop. Branches in nutshell. To really understand okay, the way Git does branching, we need to take a step back and examine how Git stores its data. As you may wonder, from what is Git? It doesn't store data as series of change set or differences, but instead of series of snapshots. Okay, cool. I have studied snapshot in Linux, snapshot of the file system, snapshot of logical volume, a volume group. When you make a commit, Git stores commit object that contains the pointer to snapshot. Pointer is nothing but a reference to snapshot of the content you staged. This object contains author name and email address, and pointers commit on commits that directly come before this commit. Its parents and parents. Zero parents for initial commits, one parent for normal commit, multiple parents for big helicopter is going. Staging files computes checksum for each SHA1 hash we mentioned in what it stores that version of file in the Git repository. Git refers them as blobs and adds the checksum to staging area. By the way, guys, if you think SHA-1 is a security feature of Git, you are wrong, because this hash or this cryptography can be easily cracked right now. It is only used for storing things in Git. When you create commit by running git commit, git checksums each subdirectory, in this case just as a root. Stores them as a tree project in git repository. Git then recreates git commit that has metadata and pointer to root project tree, so it can create the snapshot we needed. Your git repository now contains 5 objects, 3 blobs, each representing content of 3 file. Okay, cool. One tree that lists the contents of the directory. And okay, if you make some changes and commit again, then the next commit stores a pointer to the commit that immediately before it came immediately before it. Cool. Cool. branch in Git is simply lightweight movable pointer to one of these commits. Lightweight movable pointer. The default branch name is in Git is master. Now it is main. As you start making commits, you are given master branch that points to the last commit you made. Every time you commit, master branch pointer moves forward automatically. Okay, cool. Master points to this. Head is right now at master. Master branch is not a special branch. It is exactly like any other branch. Only reason nearly every repository has one is that git init commands created by default and most people don't bother to change it. Cool. Creating a new branch. What happens when you create a new branch? Well, doing so creates a new pointer for you to move around. Let's say you want to create a branch called testing. One line. Cool. Clear. Git branch testing. Git branch. So our head is right now pointing towards the master branch. Cool. How does Git know? It keeps a special pointer called head. Note that this is a lot different from concept of head. In other version control systems, you may even use such as subversion or CVS. In Git, this pointer to local branch used currently. In this case, you are still on the master. Git branch command only created a new branch. It didn't switch to that branch. Cool. You can easily see this by running simple git log command that shows that where your branch pointers are pointing. Point कैसे करते हैं? Git log hyphen one line hyphen decorate. Your head is right now at master and you have testing branch also. Cool. You can see ability to add new formats to central interface. You can see master and testing branch that are right now next to git checkout. So checkout is used for changing head to a different branch. Git checkout testing. Now if we sorry, you see earlier this asterisk was with master, so then our head was pointed towards master branch and now our branch is pointed towards testing branch. Okay, tab vim test.rb. Now I am cool. Git status. Cool. What if I change my, so this is untracked file. Let me just stage it. Git add test.rb. Now let me change my branch and then see that if this particular file is being tracked or not. Git status. See, now this file is being tracked. Now let's change our branch to main master branch. Sorry, master. Cool. As you can see, this is a new file and Now let's see git status. So hmm so our branch is up to date with master changes to be committed, uh, I'm forgetting my fundamentals. hmm Branch, okay. ah Tab. Win stream is live dot rb. Now I am cool. Git status, cool. hmm what if I change my, so this is untracked file. Let me just stage it. Git add test.rb. Now let me change my branch and then see that if this particular file is being tracked or not. uh, Git status. See, now this file is being tracked. Now let's change our branch to name, master branch, sorry, master. Cool. As you can see, this is a new audio is clear even though I'm polite. Audio is clear. Cool. That's what I want. Uh, Ooh. This is interesting because one second. This is interesting. Get checkout testing clear. No clear. Git status. This is because now your testing branch has been moved forward, but your master branch still points to the commit you were when you ran git checkout to switch branch. Hmm. Branch has been disappeared. Git just doesn't know that you are interested in the branch and it is trying to show you what it thinks you are interested in. In other words, by default, Git log will only show you commit history below the branch you have checked out. To show commit history for the desired branch explicitly, specify git log testing. Cool. Git log testing. टेस्टिंग से तो कुछ है ही नहीं. अच्छा उधर कमिट नहीं किया मैंने इसलिए. सो आई हैवंट कमिटेड. गिट ब्रांच, गिट स्टेटस, गिट commit -n version 69. uh, git git log testing. Now it is showing head is pointed towards testing. Author is iamtheaashish, version 69, and now it is showing. Moved head pointer back to master branch. Git log testing. To reverted the files. So test.rb is there. Cool. What if I check out to master? Now ls. Now you can see that test.rb is not over here. Git log clear. Git log. Over here you cannot see Aashish Raj because we haven't committed any such test.rb file in git in testing branch. Okay. To show all branches, add hyphen all. Now see, the head is pointing towards master, but inside this testing branch I have committed. Switching branches changes files in your working directory that I have just shown you. It is important to note that when you switch branches in Git, files in your working directory will change. If you switch to an older branch, your working directory will revert to look like it did last time you committed on the branch. If Git cannot do cleanly, it will not let you switch at all. Let's make a few changes and commit again. Commit, make other changes. I haven't switched to check out testing in test.rb. Oh, I am Aashish 69 DQ. Git commit -a for adding the file. Made some other changes. Testing branch. Okay, cool. You created and switched to the branch, did some work, and then switched back to main and did other work. But those changes isolated in separate branches. You can switch back and forth between branches and merge them together when you're ready. And you did it all with simple branch checkout commit. Decorate graph all. Head is pointing towards testing right now. Testing branch दिख रही थी या नहीं दिख रही थी? Because the branch is actually a simple file that contains 40 characters. Checksum for committed branch to branch are cheap to create and destroy. Creating a new branch is quick and simple as writing 41 bytes to file. 40 characters are the new line. One is a null character, I know. This is in sharp contrast to most other older VCS tool branching, which involves copying all the project files into a second directory. This can take several seconds or even minutes depending on the size of project, whereas in Git the process is always instantaneous. Also, because we are recording the parents when we commit, finding a proper merge base for merging is not an art and for us and it's generally very easy to do. These features help encourage developers to create and use branches often. It is why you should do so. Putting a new branch and switching it at the same time. It is typical to create a new branch and want to switch to a new branch at the same time. This can be done with operation git checkout, new branch name. On git version onwards, you can use git switch instead of git checkout. Switch to an existing branch. You can create a new branch and switch to it by git switch -c new branch. The C flag stands for create. You can also use the full flag. Return to your previously checked out branch. Git switch hyphen. Okay, so from here git switch -c new branch. Then git switch hyphen git branch. Now we have 3 branches. Basic branching and merging. Let's go through a simple example of branching and merging with workflow that you might use in real world. You'll follow steps to do some work on a website, create a branch for new user story you're working on, and do some work in that branch. At this stage, you will receive a call from another issue is critical, and you need to write a hotfix. You'll do following: switch to production branch, create a branch to add the hotfix. After it is tested, merge the hotfix branch and push to production. Switch back to original user story and continue working. Basic branching. Let's say that you are working on the project and you have couple of commits on master branch. You decided that you're going to work on issue and whatever issue tracking system your company uses to create a new branch switch. You can use git checkout. This is shorthand for git branch and git checkout. Creating a new branch pointer. You work on the website and do some commits. Doing so moves your forward because you've checked it out. Head is pointing to it. First, let me switch to new branch. Git switch new branch. Index.html I blah blah blah. Proper way is this. Issue 53. Website. So now issue 53 is moved forward with your work. Git status. Now that you get the call that there is an issue with the website, you need to fix it immediately with Git. You don't have to deploy a fix along with issue 53 changes you have made. You don't have to put a lot of effort into reverting those changes back before you can work on applying the fixes to what is in production. All you have to do is switch back to your master branch. However, before you do that, note that if your working directory or staging area has committed changes that conflict with branch you are checking out, Git won't let you. One second. Before you do that, note that your working directory or staging area has uncommitted changes that conflict with the branch you are checking out. Okay, it won't let you switch branches. It's best to have a clean working state when you switch branches. There are always get around this: naming, stashing, commit, amending, that we'll cover on later. For now, let's assume that you're committed or watching. You can switch back to master branch. Let's switch back to master. This point, your project working directory is exactly the way it is was before you started working on. You can concentrate on your hotfix. This is an important point to remember. When you switch branches, Git resets your working directory to look like it did the last time you committed on that branch. It adds, removes, modifies the file automatically to make sure the working copy is what the branch looked like on your last commit to it. Next, you have a hotfix to make. Let's create hotfix branch on the work until it is completed. You can run your test to make sure the hotfix you want finally merge the hotfix branch into master branch to deploy into production. ls. Right now you cannot see text.rg or index.html. Git merge new branch ls, and now we have index.html as well. Get decorate graph. It simply moves the pointer forward. To phrase that in the way, when you try to merge one commit with a commit that has been reached by the following, the first commit history, it simplifies things by moving pointer forward because there is no divergent work to merge together. This is called fast forward. You can change your changes now in the snapshot of the commit pointed to the master branch. You can deploy the fix. After your super important fix is deployed, you are ready to switch back to the work you were doing before you were interrupted. However, first you delete the hotfix branch because you no longer need it. Master branch points at same place. You delete it by -d git branch -d. Okay, let me just delete this. Git branch -d new branch. Deleted. You can now switch back to work in progress branch on issue and continue working on it. Switch to index.hu convert. Okay. To work with your hotfix branch is not contained in the files issue. To pull in it, you can merge your master branch into issue 53 branch running git merge master. You can wait to interrogate those changes until you decide to pull issue 53 branch into master later. Suppose you have decided that the issue 53 work is complete and ready to be merged into master branch. In order to do so, you merge issue 53 into master. Must merge your hotfix branch earlier. Check out the branch you wish to move. Git merge. Cool. This looks a bit different than hotfix merge you did before. In this case, your development history has diverged from an older point because commit on the branch just 1 second. In this case, your development history has been diverged from the older point because commit on the branch you are on isn't a direct ancestor of the branch you're merging in. Git has to do some work. In this case, Git does three-way merge using two snapshots pointed by branch tips. Common ancestor of two. So common ancestor would be merged to C4 and C4 will be merged to C5. Instead of just working the branch pointer forward, Git creates a new snapshot that results from this three-way merge and automatically creates a new commit that points to it. This is referred to as a merge commit, and especially in that it has more than one parent. Now that one work is merged in, you have no further need. You can use the issue and delete the branch. Change some part of the same file differently in two branches you are merging. It won't be able to merge them clearly if you fix and define the same part of file as hotfix branch. Git hasn't automatically created a new merge commit. Let's pause the process while you resolve the conflict. Hmm. Container section that looks like something. This means a version in your head because that was what you checked out when you ran the merge command. Mm. Get that the issue in the ground. Change some part of the same file differently in two branches you are merging. It won't be able to merge them clearly if you fix and define the same part of file as hotfix branch. Git hasn't automatically created a new merge commit. Let's pause the process while you resolve the conflict. Hmm. Git hasn't automatically created a new merge commit. Let's get that the issue in the ground. Change some part of the same file differently in two branches you are merging. It won't be able to merge them clearly if you fix this not a fixer that has hotfix branch. Git which hyphen get branch. Now we have three branches. Basic branching and merging. Let's go through a simple example of branching and merging with workflow that you might use in real world. You'll follow steps to do some work on a website, create a branch for new user story you're working on, and do some work on that branch. At this stage, you will receive a call from another issue. Branching and merging. Let's go through a simple example of branching and merging with workflow that you might use in real world. You'll follow steps to do some work on a website, create a branch for new user story you're working on, and do some work on that branch. At this stage, you will receive a call from another issue. Branching and merging. Let's go through a simple example of branching and merging with workflow that you might use in real world. You'll follow steps Do some work on your website, create a branch for new user story you're working on, and do some work on that branch. At this stage, you will receive a call from another branching and merging. Write a hot thing. Let's go through a simple example of branching and merging with workflow that you might use in real world. You follow steps that you might use in real world. You follow steps to do some work on it. पता नहीं यार क्या हो रहा है. Branch manager, create and merge and delete some branches. Let's look at some branch manager tool that will come in handy when you begin using branches all the time. Branch command is more than just create or delete branch. If you run it with no arguments, you just simply listing. Notice the asterisk character that prefixes the master branch. It indicates that the branch that you currently have checked out. Branch that had points to this means that if you commit at this point, the master branch will move forward with your new work. To see the last commit of each branch, git branch v the use merge and no merge option can filter these branches so that you have not yet merged into branch you are currently on. To see which branches already merged into the branch you are on, get branch merged. Is already merged. To see this in your branching list, it contain work you haven't merged. You can run git branch hyphen no merged, git branch testing. Hyphen merged. Website create. Website create. Branch hyphen d testing. Not fully merged because it has some data. If you really want to delete Milo's work, you can force it with capital T. The useful message branch describe command. If not given a commit branch name or give it a check out. Branch can be renamed, but why? Question is why. Notice that your own branch corrected branch name is available on the remote. However, the branch with a bad name is also still present. There you can delete by executing the following command: git push origin hyphen delete bad hyphen branch name master branch name. Changing the name of the branch like master mainline default will break the integration services. Helper utilities build release scripts that your repository uses. Before you do this, make sure you consult with your collaborators. Also make sure that you do a thorough search through your report and update any references to the old branch name in your code and scripts. rename your local master branch into main with following command: git branch move master main. Yeah, I have also encountered this issue in past where changing the branch of the main branch, changing the name of the main branch has made issues in continuous integration scripts that I wrote in Jenkins. So it caused me problems. There are no local master branch anymore because it's renamed to the main branch. To let others see the new branch, you need to push it to the remote. This makes the renamed branch available upstream origin main. Your local master branch is known as its replacement and the main branch is present on the remote. However, the old master branch is still present on the remote. Other collaborators will continue to use masters as long as base of their work until you make some further changes. You have few more tasks in front of you to complete the transition. Any project that depend on this one will need to update their code and configuration. Update any test run a configuration file, adjust and release the scripts, redirect settings on your repo host for things like repo default branch, merge rules and other things that match branch names. Update references to the old branch in the documentation, close or merge any pull requests that target the old branch. After you have done all these tasks and are certain the main branch perform just as master branch, and you can delete the master branch. I don't need to delete the master branch because my branch from master has been renamed to main. Branching workflow. Now that you have basic merging down, you can what can or should you can do with them. In this section, we will cover some of the workflows that this lightweight branching makes it possible, so you can decide if you would like to incorporate them in your own development cycle. Hmm. If you really want to delete malicious work, you can force it with capital T. The useful question branch describe command. Guys, let me take a break. Let's take a break for 5 minutes, 15 minutes probably.